Okay, it's sushi time. Today we're going to be making some salmon rolls. I'm making an inside-out roll for starters. You got to wet your hands a little bit so the rice doesn't stick. And to make an inside-out roll, you just basically put the rice down first, just like this. This is sushi rice that I made earlier, and it's got a little bit of rice wine vinegar in it and just a little touch of sugar. Okay, get that all down nice and flat. Got my piece of nori right here. This is seaweed. I've already got some pre-cut pieces of salmon, although I'm going to cut it a little bit more to make it fit better. Just one more cut. Did that over there. There we go. Arrange that on there. This is wasabi, which is Japanese horseradish. Smear that on there. And then you roll it up. And put it on this side, because this is where the extra seaweed is. And then you roll it right up. And in this case, the rice is going to be on the outside. This is an inside-out roll. They just look kind of cool. Just roll and roll. Make sure it's nice and tight. Nice and tight. I have to scoot it back a couple of times, get it on there just right. There we go. See how nice that's going to look? You've got to wet the edge of your blade a little bit so it slides right through that sticky rice. I usually cut it in half once, line those up, and then make the other cuts. And just like that, you've got an inside-out roll. Okay, it's sushi time. Cracked out my Japanese knives. You see here, this one I've added a custom handle to it. This had a nice wooden handle similar to this one before, but I found this really wonderful piece of deer antler, and I had this knife guy that I know put this handle on there for me. This is really good. This knife is totally balanced. It's such a nice knife. Most of my knives are incredibly sharp, but this one and that other sushi knife, incredibly sharp. These are razor sharp knives. So you start off by getting a piece of nori, which is the seaweed. You have to wet your hands a little bit because the rice will stick. You put the rice down. You don't need to fill up the whole sheet. In fact, a lot of people will use half sheets and make nice thin little petite rolls, but I like the whole sheet. It's just easier to work with for me because I'm really not the best at making this, so I need all the help I can get. I've got some horseradish right here, Japanese horseradish, wasabi it's called. Made all that earlier, and this is sushi rice that I made earlier. It's got some rice wine vinegar in it. It's got a little bit of sugar. It's kind of a sweet rice to begin with. Take my pieces of salmon that I've already pre-cut. You see how it goes with the grain there? It's going to be really easy. I'm going to cut that again. This is just too long. I want it to be just exact in there. Get that in there just like that. Then you just roll it up. You have a little mat. They sell these at Japanese grocery stores. You can get these mats. Any piece of placemat that's bamboo like this would work. And you just roll it nice and tight. You end up with a nice roll. Make it really tight. Get in there nice and firm. And when you're all done rolling, it looks like that. You gotta wet the edge of your blade a little bit. Let the water drip run down. You see that? It's gonna make cutting this really easy. Cut down the middle first. Then you line it up and make the extra cuts. And there you have it. Nice sushi rolls. See how good they look?